How's it going, everybody? Mancave Dave here in Wisconsin with another video game, etc. pickup video. I went out yesterday and today, Friday and Saturday, first Friday and Saturday of August, actually, 2012, and picked up some good stuff. First thing actually isn't on this table, but it's up here. This is something I've actually been looking for a while. My wife thinks I'm kind of crazy, but oh well, what can you do? This is a Laserdisc player, and I finally found one out in the wild. It cost me a whopping $10. Works great. Actually have Terminator 2 and Batman from 1989 on Laserdisc, so I was watching those yesterday. Even has the original sticker on it, which is pretty cool. And just to kind of give you a sense of scope, I mean, this thing is huge. If you take a look, let me move this CD out here. It's is just a beast. But yeah, $10. Couldn't pass it up. Add to the man cave. Have to figure out a good place to plug it in as far as the cable, since all of my AV inputs are full. But so that was find number one. Got home and it's probably about 1 o'clock, and I found a listing on Craigslist for another rummage sale that had been going on since 9 in the morning, and I was like, well, they're probably sold out of what they have, but I'll go check it out. So I went, and they had said they had 2 N64s, a couple of GameCubes, and a bunch of games, and this is actually what they had left. And I'm kind of kicking myself because I wonder, if this is what they had left, what did they have to start with? But I have an N64 with all the cords. Doesn't have the expansion, but that's okay. Controller, and then the games. Wipeout 64, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition, which I didn't have this version, Banjo-Kazooie, and Quest 64. So it didn't have a price tag on it. I asked the lady how much she wanted, and she said $10. I couldn't get the money out of my pocket fast enough, so $10 for all of that, which was a great find. So next, a few more different things. Stopped by a St. Vinny's that I had never been to before and found Rugby World Cup 95 for 50 cents. It's actually an uncommon game. I think it usually, I don't know, it's worth maybe a couple of bucks, so it was a good find. And Contra Hardcore. This, it's really bad condition. This was $10, but I bought this more because I love the Contra games, and this is one I didn't have, and I've heard good things about it. So even though it's pretty rough and I paid a little bit more for it, it was more for me than for doing anything else with it. Copy of GoldenEye for 99 cents. Again, anytime I find this game for that, gotta pick it up. What else? Also at the place, I got some of these old Switch boxes. This one was $1.50, and this one, which was $2. This one actually looks like an old Atari one. And what else? Oh, this was a great find. Some of you who have watched my videos know I have about 4 3DO systems, 3 in the box and 1 loose. And they had a 3DO controller for 50 cents. It's missing the top covering there, but need to test it out and make sure it works. But hey, for 50 cents, definitely can't go wrong there. So, some other good finds. I picked up all of these Nintendo DS games for $18. So we got Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, World at War, Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga, Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of, was it Elmia? Pokemon, and Golden Sun Dark Dawn. So great condition. All of them had the manuals, they're complete, so that'll be some stuff that I'll probably trade. A couple PSP games I picked up for $1 each, Transformers, Real Fishing, Wii game I picked up for $4, Back Again, Defenders of the Core, Call of Duty Black Ops was in their $4 game. This one I bought for me. I think I paid $20 for it, but I love the Zelda games. Really looking to get back into them, so I paid more for this, but again, that's for me. Sonic Mega Collection for GameCube, that was $1. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Fault Sound Kingdom for $1, and Sonic Heroes in an old case, also for $1. I almost walked right past this. I got this at the same rummage sale that I picked up the Laserdisc player at. Case and Games, $3. Game Boy Advance SP. I opened it up, and the people must have had a couple of kids, because there are 2 copies of Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2, so there's 2 copies. a copy of Lego Star Wars, the video game, 2 copies of Star Wars Episode 3, and a copy of The Incredibles and Finding Nemo. So again, all of these 6 games and a case was only $3, so that was a pretty good find. And some of you know I have an obsession with old cheesy movies, that I pick them up when I can as long as they're cheap enough. And each one of these, I paid $1 for each. Clone Wars, because I'm a Star Wars nerd, and a bunch of old cartoons I remember watching when I was a kid. Popeye and Three Stooges, that kind of stuff. But all of these movies were $0.25 a piece. And so what we got here? Steven Seagal, Hard to Kill, The Flash, Transfer 6. If it's a 6 in a series, you know it has to be good. Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, Nightwing, The Dark Half, Jewel of the Nile, Stallone and Cobra, Metro, Iron Eagle 1 and 2, some Van Damme movies, Double Impact, Death Warrant, G.I. Joe the movie, that's a classic, Omen 2 and 3, Short Circuit 2, and some Chuck Norris classics, Braddock, Missing in Action 2, and Invasion USA, and then some old Godzilla movies. Growing up, my dad loved these, and so I've watched most of these as a kid. We got Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla King of Monsters, Terror of Mechagodzilla, Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, Gamera vs. Zigra, Rodan, Godzilla's Revenge, Godzilla 1985, and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. So again, 25 cents a piece. I had to pick those up, and I'm excited to have my son watch at least the Godzilla movies, kind of like what I did when I was growing up. So anyway, all in all, pretty good haul for the weekend. I'm very excited about the Laserdisc player, and yeah, a lot of this stuff I'll add to the collection or sell and trade what I already have. So from Wisconsin, this is Mancave Dave, and I'll see you all out at the next sale. Take care.